interesting is about whether Gomutra or cow urine has medicinal properties. It's not a new debate, it's an old debate. There are people who believe Gomutra has medicinal properties. At the heart of the issue this time is the IIT Madras director V. Kamakoti, who has quoted 5 research papers to back his claims. It's become sharp political. What are my views? I'll tell you after the story.
In a video doing rounds on social media, IIT Madras director is heard praising cow urine for its medicinal value.
அவர் வந்த உடனே அவர் நல்ல ஜுரம் அடிச்சுதான் உடனே ஒரு டாக்டரை கூப்பிடலாமான்னாராம். அப்பா அந்த சன்னியாசி பேர் மறந்து போயிடுத்து. அப்பா உடனே சொன்ன உடனே கோமுத்திரம் பிபாமி அப்படின்னாராம். உடனே போய் அங்கே மாட்டில் சிவாஸ்தானத்தில் கோமூத்திரத்தை எடுத்துன்னு வந்தாராம். கடகடன்னு குடிச்சாராம். 15 நிமிஷத்தில் ஜுரம் போயிடுத்தான். அதனால ஆன்டி பாக்டீரியல், ஆன்டி ஃபங்கல், டைஜஸ்டிவ், இந்த ஸ்டொமக் இரிட்டபிள் பவுல் சிண்ட்ரம், இது மாதிரி பல இதுக்கு நமக்கு கோமயம்ங்கிறது நமக்கு பெரிய மெடிசன்.
This video has gained significant attention on social media, as Professor Kamakoti is said to have highlighted the antibacterial, antifungal and digestive properties of Gomutra. Furthermore, the professor also claimed its effectiveness in treating conditions like irritable bowel syndrome. A complete political to and fro has broken out as DMK and Congress have hit out at the professor for his remarks, while the BJP on the other hand has come to his defense.
जो औषधियों पर शोध करते हैं वो इसका विवरण और व्याख्या दें. अगर कोई किसी प्रोमिनेंट संस्थान एम्स या किसी ने रिसर्च किया हो तो अलग बात है. ये अभिमत उन लोगों को देना चाहिए.
Statement as a person believe in integrated medicine, and in Ayurveda it is mentioned as Amir the Neer, which is known as a life liquid, sacred liquid, so fluid, so it can be taken. So when such practices are there, then you have to accept it.
கோமியத்தில் சயின்டிஃபிக் வேலிடேஷன் இருக்கா இல்லையாங்கிறது தான் இது. நாங்கள் உங்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு 5 பேப்பர், ஒரு பேட்டன்ட் டாக்குமெண்ட் அனுப்புகிறேன். ஏன்னா 5 ரிசர்ச் பேப்பர் பப்ளிஷ்டு அமெரிக்காவில், பப்ளிஷ்டு நேச்சர் ஜேர்னலில் அந்த 5 பேப்பரை அனுப்புகிறேன். இப்போ வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் உங்களுக்கு லிங்க் அனுப்புகிறேன்.
Kamakoti meanwhile came forward and held his ground on his claims, saying he has enough research to back his findings. The war of words continues to intensify.
Okay. All the people who talk about freedom of this, freedom of that, freedom of this, freedom of that, Article 25, freedom of religion, freedom of faith, freedom of choice, are now saying that those who are for Gomutra don't have a freedom of choice. I want to know why. I want to know, Mr. Rajshekharan, if somebody believes in Gomutra, let him have freedom of choice, no? Is he forcing you to have cow urine? No. What is the problem? Why do you keep on making everything an issue? Is somebody forcing you to have Gomutra?
Arnab, it's not wrong. And straight away admitting the truth that whatever Kamakoti has said is right as an individual, as a citizen, or as a Gomutra consumer. Fine. But as the director of IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, he has no business to speak like this.
No, why?
Like
is he introducing a 1 minute? There would be a problem. There would be a problem, Deshrathan Nigam, if he was introducing a paper or a course or forcing the students of IIT Madras to have Gomutra. He's not doing that. He's saying he can't have that view because he's holding that post.
No, I don't agree, because he was speaking at a specific function of a Gaushala, and he referred to 5 papers, and all those 5 papers have been published in international journals, one of them being Nature, which is the Bhagavad Gita and Bible of the scientific world. And it has clearly said that it is a bioenhancer, antibiotic, antifungal and anti-cancer agent. And this has been recognized in the 6 patents in United States, and some of them are being held in India also by Council for Scientific
But he's
and
saying that he's an
Industrial
IIT professor.
Research. So he has a scientific temper. Being an IIT director, he has a scientific temper, and he's entitled for his, and he's backing up with evidence. You know, the output which is published in the research
close
paper
down aims,
is
close
only
down
evidence.
all the hospitals, all the clinics, everything closed down. Why have a
See, let me tell you,
qualified doctor? So close down aims.
Let me.
And you can drink Gomutra and make everybody happy without any disease.
Let me answer you. You'll be able to answer me better. See, it's not direct Gaumutra. It's the distillate of that which is treated, and through a procedure and a protocol, the medicines are prepared, and that medicines are.
No, I know many.
being used.
I know many top allopathic doctors. I will not name. You'll be shocked actually. Some of the topmost allopathic doctors who I know, they follow Ayurveda. Many of them follow homeopathy. You will say that you would disagree with their thoughts. But they know, they say at the root
that
of...
is individual's choice.
No, so let there be individual choice. No,
right
is there something to say IIT director cannot have individual choice? No, 1 minute. IIT director cannot have individual choice. Yeah, Pula?
Goswami has the right to drink Gomutra, drink or eat whatever he wants from the...
I will drink Gomutra if I want.
He has a responsibility. He can drink it in his home. He can't use that platform.
What platform? He is not using an IIT Madras platform.
He has not published a paper.
He is not using an IIT Madras platform, Pulla. You guys are anti-Hindu. You are anti-Hindu.
That's not a correct, that's not a fair charge. The charge here is if every government servant, every vice chancellor, if every vice chancellor starts talking like this,
none of these people,
saying I have a freedom of speech, what will happen?
Okay, I have a question. I have a question. 1 minute. You are troubled by a person holding an official position, believing in Gaumutra.
Ask him to resign.
1 minute, no, relax. No, why shouting? Why shouting? You're such a hostile kind of person. The Prime Minister of India, Morarji Desai, heard of him? He was Prime Minister of India. He used to have Gaumutra.
No, that's fair.
Did he resign? He believed in Gaumutra. He said it is the secret of my longevity. He lived into his 90s. What cannot? You know more?
I tell you.
You know nothing.
He cannot talk even for it or against it. Even I would say...
We have had a Prime Minister of India who was for it. Baba, what are you saying?
Arnab, let me quote Vinay Pitaka of Lord Buddha.
1 minute.
His private life. He hasn't bottled it and told all his ministers.
Yeah, so who is stopping? 1 minute.
Even
Pulla, take a break. Pulla. It solely depends on personal choice. Now, if you want to have your dinner before sunset, you have it. If somebody wants to have it after sunset, he has it.
Fair.
There are some people who still believe the earth is flat. You are one of them. Do I stop you from believing the earth is flat?
No, I have the freedom to believe the earth is flat.
Yeah. Some religions say that the women should have their head covered. Where is the science in that? Now listen to me. There are Muslim women who participate in physical sports, wrestling, mixed martial arts. They have their head covered. There are kickboxing champions from India who have their head covered. Now, will you say it is bad? You see, are all your 1 minute, Pulla. My problem is, viewers, I believe all their values and problems are with Hinduism. They don't have a problem with any beliefs of non-Hindu religions. Non-Hindu religions, okay. That's the basic problem. You're anti-Hindu. Rajat Sethi. I believe there's no fight here. It's an anti-Hindu argument. Rajat.
Allow me just 2 minutes. Arnab, the problem with the Jhola Chaps of this country is that they've only studied in bits and pieces some liberal arts, and they want to question what a typical peer-reviewed scientific article looks like.
Whatever you say is gospel truth.
This is,
sir, Ramayana, Bible, Quran, everything is yours.
Decency, sir. Have some decency. I did not interrupt you, sir.
No. How can you accuse anybody? You have the right to tell your point, speak your point. You have no business to accuse us.
You are for science, but I'm going to only speak science on this channel and on during.
You speak. You have no right to accuse us.
5 papers.
If you attack us, we will attack you.
Quoting from a journal called the Emergent Life Sciences Research. The title of the paper is Evaluation of Biochemical, Antioxidant and Antibacterial Properties of Cow Urine, number 1. Number 2, I'm talking about International Journal of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Research. The topic of that paper is Cow Urine Apanacia. Then I'm reading the TMR journal, which talks about bacterial profile and comparative antimicrobial efficacy of fresh urine of cows, buffaloes, and humans. Then there is another paper, update on cowpathy, cow urine as an immunomodulator. This was published in International Journal of Pharmaceutical Science Reviews and Research. None of these paper has been published by DMK School of Research Institute. These are international peer-reviewed papers, but none of these jhola chaps have actually published anything. That's the problem. They don't know the amount of rigor that every such piece has to go through. And again, what he is saying is that he maintains the point that these are peer-reviewed papers. Again, it's freedom. You have the freedom. You want to take that therapy or not. There are hundreds of therapies for your irritable bowel syndrome, but you cannot expose your irritable bowel syndrome on the science itself. That is the moot point. Now, here I'm again saying it is the same IIT Chennai or IIT Madras which is churning out some of the finest startups in this country. It has churned out almost 100 plus startups which are doing right from space tech to quantum technology. It is all happening under the leadership of the same IIT director. Can he not hold a view which is different from your and is backed by science? So
not under this leadership.
Not under this leadership. Narrow mindset of DMK, and I challenge DMK. Why don't you do some primary research? Go and publish an article in one of these reputed research papers or journal papers and try and present the facts and figures.
So I just want to explain, viewers, and for those who are not understanding, for those who do not know the meaning of the word jhola chap, which Rajat has repeated 7 times. Jhola chap is a Hindi colloquial term for a quack. He has called them quacks. So Rajashekharan and Pulla Rao, you've been described as quacks because you're a quack.
No. Say Arnab.
One sentence. One sentence. I just want
only know about
to see.
what is
IIT director.
We are all
He says you are quack.
quality people. So we know don't take certificate from
He is a quack because he is
Quack only knows quacks.
He is a quack. The director of IIT is not a medicine man. He is not a biochemist. What is he publishing? What is he saying? I read this in Nature. I read this here and there. This is not here. Disgrace to office. I am telling you, Mr. Nigam. It is not correct. If tomorrow other vice chancellors start talking like this, what happens?
I would like to ask 4 questions. And Pulla Rao, after each example, you tell me whether you believe it or not. 2021 survey published by the in conjunction in Nature, published in Nature, which I hope you believe, with research done by the ICAR, National Dairy Research Institute, Karnal, Haryana registered organization. Peer-reviewed paper 2021 says peptide profiling in cow urine reveals molecular signature of physiology-driven pathways and in silico predicted bioactive properties.
It is not unique. Most urines have the same. Most
you know nothing. That's why he's saying you're jhola chap.
Most urines, buffaloes have it, lions have it. There's that, that's...
Am I stopping you from having lion urine? You want to have lion urine? Have it.
All
you want to have lion urine? You have it. Am I stopping you, Pulla?
Bovine animals have it. Bovine animals have it.
Yeah.
There's nothing special.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2017 study, Benefits of Cow Urine, published in the International Journal of Recent Advances in Multidisciplinary Research. 2020 survey study, Miraculous Benefits of Cow Urine in the Journal of Drug Delivery and Therapeutics. 2015 study, Chemotherapeutic Potential of Cow Urine, published in the very recognized Journal of Intercultural Ethnopharmacology. Right? 2020 survey study, published in the Asian Journal of Pharmaceutical Research on a review of Gomutra brackets cow urine. These anti-Hindu people will not understand these things. You have nothing to validate your claims. I have exposed you very badly tonight. You have come unprepared.
No. The director has exposed himself. That is, he wants publicity.
Kamakoti is a quack. I agree with Rajat Sethi that Kamakoti is a quack.
Muslan, I was referring to your kind self.
He called you a quack. We called you a jhola chap.
Kamakoti better than anybody. That's why you called him quack.
Can you debate Kamakoti? Do you know more science than Kamakoti?
No, I don't.
Do you know more science than Kamakoti?
Kamakoti is not a doctor. He's setting an institution where...
What kind of example is he giving to the IIT students? What kind of example is given to the other vice chancellors? He's leading a pampered...
You want to have lion urine? You have lion urine. What's your problem?
A pampered life on IIT campus from the age of 25. He owes something to this country. He can't refuse his tongue. He can't have a free speech. He's a director of IIT. All opinions
the kind of
opinion
filter, the
should be
meritorious
weighed
filter that
before they
exists,
come out.
God forbid,
He can't
had it
talk
become
loosely.
a leftist gen, it would have, all these IITs would have transformed into JNUs.
He can't be a loose
Fortunately,
cannon. He's an IIT director.
the Chola Chaps and the liberals of this country were busy occupying JNU. They did not have time to occupy IITs. So
He has
IIT,
no
for
right to
God's
talk
sake,
against
IIT has
Gomutra. He has no right to
remained,
talk for Gomutra. Am I right, my friend?
And
What to do now?
continue to be pro-merit.
Arnab, I am ashamed to hear this from a director of IIT. I am a student of IIT and I am ashamed.
What did you study in IIT?
I did my human resource.
Human
development
resource.
from IIT.
Human resource. Human resource. Human resource.
Still IIT.
Which
still
IIT, sir?
IIT, the
I'm
brand
not
of
IIT
telling
teaches-
you,
okay.
No IIT.
So you not
no
studied science in IIT?
IIT teaches human resource.
What did you study in IIT? What course in human
I
resources?
did my law, I did my human resource from IIT and industrial psychology. I'll send you the
So
certificate.
you went to social sciences faculty, not to sciences faculty.
No, after my law I did it. It is a
Yeah, it's
passion
like
for
saying
me.
I studied philosophy at IIT Kharagpur.
Fine, good, nice.
That would
Yeah,
have
no,
shown
whatever.
that we studied
Chennai
human
IIT is a renowned one. We have a director who says drink Gomutra, and all the panelists are saying we'll drink. Drink. It is your wish and pleasure. But you cannot impose your opinion on the general public as a director.
Okay, now
As
one minute.
individual, you can do whatever you
Deshratan
want.
Nigam.
You drink Gomutra,
Deshratan
Lalimutra,
Nigam.
Mangiputra, any Mutra you drink.
Some people are also making claims that that cow urine can solve cancer.
Yes.
There is apparently Junagadh Agriculture University, they claim to have succeeded in their first attempt to kill cancer cells procured in a bottle using cow urine in 2018. If it was so easy, there would be no cancer in this world. Every cancer patient would be having cow urine and getting better. There are no studies that back this claim that cow urine can cause cancer.
See, the
The urine samples of cows and bulls found at least 14 types of harmful bacteria, including E. coli bacterium, which is commonly associated with bad stomach infections in humans.
See, one of the patents, there are two patents with regard to anti-cancerous property of the cow urine, which is not directly cow urine, it's a distillate treated cow urine. And those patent numbers, let me give you, 6896907 and 6410059 by the US Patents Office. And the properties for which the patent has been given is as a bioenhancer, antibiotic, antifungal, anti-cancerous agent cow urine. So therefore, there is an immense amount of research, and when a paper is published in reputed journals like Nature and other pharmaceutical societies journals, the outcome which is published there is evidence-based. The entire evidence is produced, otherwise they will not publish it. There are, Ayurveda has been using the cow urine and the other panchagavs, which is milk and curd and ghee and cow dung, for a very long time for treatment. And let me quote Bhagwan.
Do you have
Buddha,
cow urine?
Bhagwan,
Do you consume cow urine?
I have taken as a part of Panchamrit.
Panchamrit.
Panchamrit is ghee, curd, milk, and cow urine and cow dung, which is used as a prasadam for a god. Let me quote Lord Buddha also, which is given in Vinay Pitaka, where Bhagwan Buddha used to treat patients of Pandurog, which is like turns your skin yellow. So he used to treat it. There are immense evidences available, and let me tell you.
The point is that, the problem is there are anti-Hindu people. They will believe in Tibetan medicine, they will believe in German medicine. They have a problem with anything to do with Indian civilization, right? You understand, and I think that's very disrespectful.
There is an ecosystem which is there in India, from DMK.
And Kamakoti is a great guy.
Yeah.
He's very knowledgeable.
He's a loose cannon. He's a loose cannon, Arnab ji. He's a loose cannon.
Okay, Pulla.
Can't talk like that. He can't talk like that. If all the 100 government appointed vice chancellors
Do you know Council for Scientific and Industrial Research has produced drugs to fight asthma and blood clotting disorders?
Okay, well, I'm still trying to get Kamakoti on the program for some reason. He's otherwise very media savvy. He's falling shy on this. I think he doesn't want to get involved in a political debate, but I think it's important. Mr. Kamakoti, if you're watching this, don't shy away from coming on Republic. You've been brazen with your views. Have your views. I'll put you with Pulla. He's an anti-Hindu person, and I'll put you with Rajshekhar, all anti-Hindu people.
Roger, I'm against pampered directors of any university shooting their mouth off. They have to set an example.
He knows more about AI than you, Pulla.
If a JNU vice chancellor director excoriates a certain government, will you say it's freedom of speech? Of course. He has violated the code of conduct. Nothing.
You have a Sicilian view of life. Thank you very much for joining me on the debate, ladies and gentlemen. And on the other side tonight, the story that is just not going away. It's becoming controversial. Everybody is talking about it. I don't know why Saif Ali Khan expects anyone to believe the ridiculous theory that he wants us to believe and which is being peddled. The murky Saif stabbing mystery. Was he stabbed at all? Many flaws, a lot of fog, and no facts when I'm back.
"13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals."
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
To also mention that today happens to be the 31st death anniversary of your father, Major Bhupinder Singh, who was kidnapped by insurgents and later assassinated. You also inaugurated a memorial in his name. A few words from you on how you feel and how the incident massively shaped your life and the decisions in your later years.
Yeah, I mean, we've come a long way as a family.
उनके प्रशासन ने जो 2019 में जो निर्णय लिए गए कि भारत के साथ व्यापार नहीं करना, वो उनके साइड से था। तो हमारा जो ये इस मुद्दा के बारे में हमारी जो चिंता जो थी, शुरू से हमारा हित था कि हमें MFN स्टेटस मिले, कि हम पाकिस्तान को MFN स्टेटस देते थे, वो हमको देते नहीं थे। तो आज पिछले साल के बाद ऐसी कोई पाकिस्तान के साथ बैठ के ऐसी कोई बात नहीं हुई व्यापार के बारे में, ना उनके यहाँ से कोई ऐसा इनिशिएटिव आया है।
Director, the taste of success.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
So I want to come to that part now. In today's day and age, a girl moving to a new city is not an alien concept, and a lot of girls do that. But as a personal journey, it can never be easy, and it is not easy, and especially when you're stepping into Bollywood. What were your learnings in the initial phase, and what were the vulnerable moments like?
I was very cautious and very scared because one had heard horror stories of all kinds of mishaps and, strange situations that girls found themselves in. And, these are things that you hear when you're not from Mumbai. It's the big bad world of Bollywood and, God knows what's going on and, all those kind of weird preconceived notions, which I don't blame people for. I think, every profession comes with its own perception. So the idea was to not let it I didn't want to tell myself that story because then I was going to go in with a losing attitude. I didn't want to tell myself any stories. I took one day at a time. Some days were tough as hell. I used to queue up in those PCOs, I didn't have a mobile phone. It was very expensive.
Saif's miraculous recovery raises eyebrows. Rani rakes up Sushant. Ask why was lobby silent then? Arnab asks, what's the untold narrative? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
What do you think the Trump presidency 2.0 will bring to the Middle East and specifically for your country?
Well, we are looking at the second Trump administration with great hope because we've seen what the first Trump administration brought to our region. The Abraham Accords, the recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital, the recognition of the Golan Heights as part of Israel, the transfer of Israel from EUCOM to CENTCOM, which allows more coordination on military and defense issues within the area of the Middle East. So we are waiting to re-engage in the process of expanding the Abraham Accords, of having a stronger stance of pressure against the Iranian aspirations for nuclear weapons and for hegemony in the region. And I think that an American strong approach of pressure against Iran would be very conducive for the peace efforts in the region.
The latest experiment that was done with regards to space docking, and it was complex. We are now part of the elite club, fourth country to do so, but many would be asking, what's the big deal about it?
We are talking about two satellites moving in the low Earth orbit with a velocity of 28,400 km/h velocity. Of course, relative velocity is less. Now, in all the three planes, you have to have a perfect match. Then only it can go and dock. For that, lot of things are required. The control systems, inertial systems, and then lot of sensors, then the propulsion system, then the measurement of the entire orientation. Otherwise, you cannot even reorient and go and dock. So it's a very, very complex process of doing. Otherwise, every country would have done.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Story of the day on the nation's sharpest opinion tonight. 99% of people in this country do not believe the theory being put out on what has happened to Saif, and principally because, and I've spoken to many doctors, and one of them just sent me a message. Let me, without giving the name, I would say this doctor messages me, I saw the entire story on Saif Arnab that you did, and your 10 questions are absolutely relevant. One more question: as a practicing doctor, I'm astounded by the fact that this man who was supposedly stabbed multiple times and the life was left behind partially, also was wounded very close to the spine, is walking so normally within 3 to 4 days. For that to happen, he must be having some occult healing powers. And says, regards, this doctor. And I'm asking this gentleman to join in just a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm messaging the gentleman saying I'm sending you a link. All right. Now wait, ladies and gentlemen, I have more questions. I have many more questions on this whole Saif case. First of all, Saif, with the greatest of respect to you and for all the trauma that you've gone or supposedly gone through, it's not adding up, Saif. It's just not adding up, and you can't try to be too cool about it. I have more questions tonight. Thank you for your support. Question number one: why did it take a week for the police to discover a missing part of a knife part? Ladies and gentlemen, they have said the knife is broken into 3 pieces. Second piece of the knife was discovered on 19th Jan, 3 days after the attack. Now they've discovered third piece of the knife after a week. First of all, the knife has been broken. Metal is broken into 3 parts. Can metal break like that? With almost 2 to 3 inches of the metal stuck in his spine, cerebrospinal fluid coming out. Vertebrae is broken in this kind of a situation. Then pieces of knife are being found here and there. It just does not add up. Secondly, there are inconsistencies in the statements. Can the questions be put on air, please? The second question is, why are there inconsistencies in the statements? Saif's manager says the house staff took him to a hospital. The house help says Ibrahim, his elder son, took him to the hospital. The surgeon says Taimur, the younger son, brought him to the hospital. The auto driver says Taimur took him to the hospital. Now the ex-employee says the younger son took him to the hospital. It's not adding up. Thirdly, is the family trying to hide something, and why did the family not inform the police? That's the most fundamental question here. Why did the family not inform the police? Karina did not accompany him. Why was she not accompanying him? Was she more traumatized than her minor son, who took his father to the hospital? She went to Karishma's house, leaving her stabbed husband bleeding. Why did she not go? Why did Kareena Kapoor not inform the police? That's the first thing she should have done. She knew that her husband was in a state where he could have died, and she didn't even inform the police. It makes no sense to me, and I'm sure it makes no sense to you. Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm demanding is full disclosure. All you're demanding is full disclosure. The most exceptional thing here is the way he walked out. Can I have the visuals, please? Producers, come on, do your job. The Saifs had a 6-hour-long operation. 2.5 inches of metal stuck in his spine. Spinal fluid oozing out. He comes out like he has come out of a spa. And then they say he's a lion, not a man. Now, even if you were to put, ladies and gentlemen, 3 inches of metal into a lion's spine, and if the cerebrospinal fluid were to come out of a lion's spine, the lion would not come out like that. I just don't believe how this can happen. I spoke to so many doctors, some are joining me tonight. And then the police can't find the attacker for 72 hours. None of the faces are adding up, ladies and gentlemen. A team of 150 police officers don't know that the main suspect, the accused, is hiding in a park 300 meters from his house. He's sitting there, they can't find him. The father of the arrested accused say that the images of the person seen in the CCTV footage, pictures of CCTV footage on air, please, are completely different from how his son looks. And the explanation being given by the cops here, by Saif's team also, is people look different when the lighting is different. Now, this is not a movie script. What are you talking about? People don't look different when the lighting is different to some extent. But even if I were to come on air every day and one day the lighting was dim, another day the lighting was from this side or that side, you'd make sure it's me. Lighting does not change the person's physical features. Netizens are pointing out obvious differences between the person arrested and the one seen in the CCTV images. If the differences are so obvious, then why is the Mumbai police holding this man in custody? Where is the CCTV footage of the accused climbing the ladder? Where is the CCTV footage of Saif taking the rickshaw? What did the attacker want to steal from the kid's room? Why did he choose the kid's room if he was a burglar? And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, most importantly, was the investigation conducted in a hurry? Were phone calls made? I'm going to be direct about it now. Were phone calls made? Were people told? Can you help us? Can you help us get out of this? In fact, I think the first thing the police must ask the family is, why did you not inform us? Why did you not inform us? It's the fundamental and basic thing. And lastly, I want to say this, viewers. You know, this Bollywood types. Look at the way they preach to everyone, follow the law, follow the law, follow the law. Everyone has pin drop silence in the Saif case. Why? Don't they talk about it? By not informing the police, is the family showing the right example to the rest of the people in the country? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not adding up. And all I want is disclosure. Not half disclosure, not 10% disclosure. We want full disclosure. Let's debate.
The image on your screen is of the knife which doctors claimed was lodged deep into the back of actor Saif Ali Khan and came within inches of rupturing his spine. And this is actor Saif Ali Khan after his discharge from the Leelavati hospital in Mumbai. All smiles and waving at his fans as if nothing happened. The two sets of images have prompted many, including politicians, to doubt if Saif's nature of injuries were indeed as they were led to believe. Topping the list of doubters, none other than two prominent faces from the ruling coalition in Maharashtra. Less than 24 hours after Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam openly raised doubts over Saif's recovery and discharge, just 5 days after he was stabbed 6 times, a BJP leader went a step further.
16 जनवरी की ये घटना है और उसके बाद 6 घंटे का ऑपरेशन होता है और उसके बाद कोई व्यक्ति 4 दिन के अंदर ऐसा हंसते खेलते उछलते कूदते पहुंच जाता है। क्या यह संभव है? ऐसे सुरक्षित वातावरण में एक चोर कैसे घुसता? क्या वो महज चोर था? और वो चोर घुसता है तो चोरी ही नहीं करता, चोरी कुछ नहीं करता, बल्कि जाकर के घुस के सीधे हमला ही करता है। अब वो हमला करने के पीछे मोटिव क्या था, ये बताया जाना चाहिए और ये बताने के लिए पुलिस की तो पहली जिम्मेदारी बनती है। कहीं ना कहीं परिवार को भी सामने आना पड़ेगा।
Addressing a public event, the outspoken BJP leader Nitish Rane questioning if Saif was indeed stabbed or was it many of his perfect takes on movie shoots.
बघा त्या बांगलादेश पहिले काय करतात त्या मुंबईमध्ये, त्या सैफ अली खानच्या घरात घुसले, म्हणजे नालायक बघा किती आहेत. पहिले फक्त नाक्यावर उभं राहायचे, आता घरात घुसायला लागलेले आहे. कदाचित त्याला घेऊन जायला आले असतील, हे घाण लेकी जाऊ म्हणतात. जायला तो एवढा तो असा बाहेरून चालत होता, मलाच संशय राहिला काय घरात चाकू मारला की ह्यांनी कुठेतरी असंच ऍक्टिंग करून बाहेर निघाला, असं टुन करून असतंय ते.
Citing visuals after his discharge from Mumbai's Lilavati hospital, Nitish Rane questioning how Saif dashed home like there was not a single scratch on him if he was injured as gravely as reported. As more and more political voices doubt the Saif Ali Khan theories, is there a larger conspiracy to cloak the truth?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm opening up the debate, I'm opening up the lines. It's not adding up. I'll put the questions on air, I'll put the visuals. My producers will be very quick this time, I can assure you. There's one guest whose window is empty right now. Producers, fix that and allow me to focus completely on the program tonight, because this is getting very intense. And my question tonight is this: should Saif and Kareena answer the hundreds of unanswered questions? Should Saif and Kareena answer the hundreds of unanswered questions? This is my question tonight. What do I want you to do? I want you to take your phone, close, or you can get the QR code and you vote right now. Your vote is important to me. Starting the debate with Mr. N.N.D. Dubey. He is a retired DIG of the National Investigating Agency. Mr. Dubey, I want your expert opinion on this case so far.
Thank you so much. Actually, few days back, there was a discussion on the issue how the things were developed. But the last 2 to 3 days has been very puzzling from the investigation point of view. So what I'm going to tell you is not a far against anything, but this is a great puzzle from the investigator's point of view. There are only 2 footage emerged out of the entire scene. One, when the criminal is shown
visuals should play
to the stairs.
Yeah.
And the other visual is that one person.
These are not those pictures.
These were the 2 visuals. The biggest thing is, where are the visuals when he was evacuated? Where are the visuals who took him? There is no CCTV footage so far shown to the public. This is the biggest thing which is creating suspense.
Yeah.
Now I'm commenting on investigation. The problem is that it's not only his Iqbalia bayan, his confession that I have done it. In order to charge sheet a person in such a serious case, you need many corroboratory evidences. Otherwise, who believes about with the statement which is given before the police? पुलिस के सामने उसने बयान दे दिया कि साहब मैंने चाकू मारा. Is it sufficient?
Keep changing on the right. Yeah.
Cannot be done. So there has to be forensic expert's opinion. There has to be something which leads to the CDR, call data record. There has to be a TI parade, trace identification parade. The person who is stabbed and the person who was the victim. There is nothing available. So face recognition system. There has to be the statements of the people who had a scuffle for almost 50 minutes. These are very surprising things. and to know the part of the knife was left at the scene of crime and the part of the knife was extracted from the body during surgery. I mean, all these things are basically not connecting a natural flow of the investigation. I don't have any authority to comment about it, but it's not a very convincing story. That is my take on the entire issue.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. This is crazy stuff. You see, now the big issue here is you see, Asif, you must understand, you guys are looking bad. Krishna Hegde, you guys are looking bad. You know, when you guys are looking bad, I'm saying you're looking bad. This is hitting the image. No, I don't think so. Asif, 2.5 inches of spine, knife is stabbed. There's a, Asif, listen. I have spoken to zillions of doctors. They are saying it's impossible. They are saying it's impossible.
जो सरकार को करना चाहिए, नहीं, as a government जो सरकार को करना चाहिए, सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए. 50 घंटे के अंदर the victim was put to book. He was put behind bars.
Yeah, I agree with you. That guy is the victim. He's not the accused.
And you don't have anybody else.
What do you mean you don't have anybody else?
We have Devendra Fadnavis ji, जैसे competent chief minister and home minister. So don't expect that there will be any lackadaisical attitude.
Asif,
let me
Asif, 1 minute, please. Asif, just wait a minute. Asif, just wait a minute. Asif, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Asif, listen. Wait a minute. I'm saying I'm requesting you to wait a minute. Please, 1 minute. Asif, I know you've come after a long time to take questions, but take my question. My question, then you can answer that. My question is, find me any doctor in India, any neurosurgeon, right, or any surgeon who tells you that after 2.5 to 3 inches of a knife is stabbed inside the spine so hard that the knife breaks. One part of the metal is somewhere, one part of the metal is somewhere else. Spinal fluid is coming out, oozing out in large amounts. Right? Then he has a 6.5 hour operation. This whole thing is inside his spine. This whole thing you are seeing is inside his spine. 1 minute. And 1 minute, listen to me. No doctor will tell you you can walk out like that. See the pictures. Do you know what I'm talking about? You can't walk out like that. Did you see the pictures? Nitesh Rane is saying it's acting. Nitesh Rane is a minister. He says he's acting.
Okay, let me submit this. Okay, now can I submit understand?
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to Nitesh Rane, he has given this in his individual capacity. I am personally having my sympathies. I am known because Saif has been a bandrite. So I personally would not indulge in this doctor and the medical angle because that is for the investigation authorities to understand, and there is an SIT put forward. Listen to me, Arnab, क्या होता है जब हम वार्तालाप आपस में करते मेरा जो
Anyway, just a factoid. A man called Parambir Singh is working in Lilavati Hospital these days. Ladies and gentlemen, a person called Parambir Singh, I'm told, Parambir Singh is working in Lilavati Hospital. So okay, I'm not making any comment. Input. Yeah, go on.
डॉक्टर्स के इन्वेस्टिगेशन में हम बीच में नहीं आ सकते, लेकिन ये सारा मामला कब हुआ? क्योंकि विरोधी पक्ष जो अभी विरोधी पक्ष भी नहीं है, उन्होंने ये विषय को हाइप किया. आज तो वो सरकार में नहीं है. उनके कार्यकाल में अर्नब तुम्हारे साथ किस किस्म की बदसलूकी हुई आप भूल गए? ये लोगों के पास कोई काम नहीं है, हताश है. So there are no issues. They have raised this issue for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Arey Baba, listen to me. Listen.
But it is not going to happen.
Just 1 minute, yeah. One minute. Now listen. Asif Bamla.
के नेताओं ने उनके कार्यकाल में तो अंबानी के घर के नीचे बॉम्ब बिठा दिया. तब आपने नहीं कहा कुछ. इनके कार्यकाल में, एमवीए के कार्यकाल में जो गलती आपके संग उन्होंने की, जो किरिक सोमाया के साथ उन्होंने फॉल्स केसेस किया, तब आपने किसी ने पिन पॉइंट नहीं किया. जब उन पर रॉन्ग चार्जेस लाए गए, यही छोड़िए सर, तुम्हारा व्हाट यू कॉल नवनीत राणा के साथ किस किस्म से बदसलूकी की एमवीए सरकार में.
एक मिनट, मैं बात कर रहा हूं आपसे.
बात को उठा रहा.
आसिफ बामला, मैं वही आसिफ बामला आसिफ लिसन यार,
ये शर्मनाक बात।
आसिफ लिसन नो यार, 1 मिनट।
आप शायद भूल गए होंगे, लेकिन अर्नब गोस्वामी के साथ जो हुआ, जो एक नामी पत्रकार है, वो आज भी हम नहीं भूल सकते, और वो एमवीए के राज में हुआ।
I agree हुआ। Now my question is, जरा शांत होके मेरी बात सुनिए, listen to me। उस समय जब परमबीर सिंह के राज में, जब परमबीर सिंह और सचिन वाजे जैसे लोग राज कर रहे थे, और वही परमबीर सिंह अभी लीलावती में काम करते हैं, बाय द वे, देखिए क्या सिचुएशन है। एक समय मुंबई के पुलिस कमिश्नर थे, अभी लीलावती में काम करते हैं। मैं कोई कमेंट नहीं कर रहा, लीलावती हॉस्पिटल में काम करते हैं, लीलावती हॉस्पिटल में उनकी नौकरी लगी है। नाउ माय पॉइंट इज आई एम मेकिंग नो ऑब्जर्वेशन, आई एम मेकिंग अ कमेंट। अच्छा, 1 मिनट।
आई एम अ बीजेपी स्पोक्सपर्सन, आई एम going to submit my party stand.
I don't need a double window.
परमवीर जी को रखे या किसी को रखे,
आप मेरी बात सुन लीजिए। आसिफ, you don't speak out of turn. Listen here. I did not believe when Sachin Waze and Parambir Singh's time that Antila thing happened and somebody said that some Pakistani terrorist group is behind the bombing attempt. It was not that. It was Sachin Waze. Okay, I didn't believe that. It was a typical cock and bull theory. Nobody believed it. I didn't believe that. I don't believe this.
True.
Same person. I didn't believe that. You said very good, Arnab, you don't believe. I don't believe this. You're saying very bad.
I can't jump to conclusion. Why?
I'm not jumping to a conclusion.
30 seconds.
I want one doctor in the country who tells me after a 6-hour surgery to remove severe damage to the spine because of the leakage of not copious amounts of cerebrospinal fluid, after a 3-inch blade is found lodged in an individual's vertebra, you can walk out like that. I want one neurosurgeon to come and tell me it's humanly possible.
My dearest Arnab, this investigation is not over.
Okay, I have an interesting man. I have an interesting man joining us. His name is.
There will be more investigations.
Asif, people are calling.
I hope you don't doubt the Home Minister, who's one of the most competent Home Minister the Maharashtra has, and a very talented Chief Minister like Devendra Fadnavis.
Thank you very much.
I don't see any lackadaisy.
Thank you. Now listen to me.
You should.
Oh God, I didn't ask for this 2-window either. 1 minute, please.
Mumbai police has done.
Asif, chill, no? You put him on a 2-window, he never stop. Producers, don't you understand that? Now, do I have to tell you this ABC right now? 1 minute. Now listen to me, everyone. Windows on. Shankar Agua is with us tonight. He's a Congress spokesperson. He's from Bangalore. He's not coming in his capacity as a Congress spokesperson. He's a doctor. He's the person who has sent me that message. He's a doctor. Can I have him on the windows? Producers, I'm referring to him. He needs to be on one of those windows. Yeah. Now, thank you so much. Shankara, is this humanly possible? You're a doctor.
Absolutely. No, Arnab, I finished my MBBS in 2008.
Okay.
In 9. Immediately, I did my master's in radiology, radio diagnosis. Then I further did my super specialty in fetal medicine and pediatric radiology. From 2012 to this second, I have been practicing medicine. I have worked in various hospitals, diagnostic centers, and in the last 7 years, I have started my own setup. This is nothing short of a medical miracle. After somebody, whoever it is, let me tell you, even if there is a paraspinal, there are some muscles on either sides of our skeletal spine, of the skeletal cage.
Pictures of him coming out. Producer.
Of the skeleton, of the vertebral skeleton, which is supporting them. Even
just 1 minute. I'll have to tell the producers, you should now show the visuals of Saif coming out, because he's making a visual correlation to that. Can the producers do that?
Absolutely,
becomes good for the viewers. Continue.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is the perfect picture.
Thank you.
Even if there is a sprain on the paraspinal muscles, it requires a minimum of 7 days absolute bed rest. You cannot walk.
But he's
cannot. I am not talking about a stab injury here. I am saying only a paraspinal muscle sprain. Okay. Here is my first point. Secondly, with somebody who has been stabbed 6 times, as claimed by media reports.
I'm not a medical expert.
6 times. Then one of the stab injuries supposedly has broken one of his vertebrae, and it's very close to the spinal cord.
Very
and there is
close.
CSF spinal leakage.
Questions to fire, 2 windows in the both sides.
This will take Arnab nothing less
You will
than
keep
15,
Asibam
20 days
non-stop?
of hospitalization. And after you remove the wound, the knife.
मुझे ये बताइए यदि उसकी healing
Can I have anyone else on the right, producers? I'll be so grateful.
I have not seen such a miraculous recovery in my practice ever till this second. This is absolutely astounding. Either the surgeons who have done a absolutely great job.
You see,
and,
tell me,
or,
Krishna Hegde, are you guys, Krishna Hegde, the most important thing is that the family did not inform the police. Tell me one thing.
No, I think
has there been any contact between the family and the government, state government?
See, I am not privy to whether there have been personal calls, but according to the reports, if the family has not informed the government, I think it is a duty as a citizen to inform the police for sure. But let me tell you one thing, that if the doctors have done a good job and if Saif has made a recovery and the police has done a proper investigation and also nabbed the culprit within 70 hours, I think the work of the Mumbai police should be commended. And
then why was the IO changed? Why was the IO changed? I'd like PK Jain on the left. Why was the IO changed? IO change, investigating officer was changed obviously due to some reason. Questions on the right now. PK Jain. Question, why would the investigating officer be changed if you're saying everybody's done a good job? Question number one, why did the family not inform the police? Question number two, were they afraid it would become a medical legal case? They didn't want anyone to know. 3, why did Kareena not take her husband to the hospital? 4, after such a terrible surgery, terrible injury, terrible thing in which you almost could have died, as the doctors said, it could have been fatal. How do you walk out like that?
Arnab, I think now
you're getting into an embarrassing position. Why don't you question the family a little deeper on what happened?
No, I can only say that the elder son took the father to the hospital, and I think he has every right to take his father to the hospital.
No, nobody's stopping his right, but why was the police not informed by the family?
Injured.
Why was the police not informed by the family? Why was the police not informed by the family, PK Jain?
He's a witness to this. The auto rickshaw person is a driver, is a witness to this. And over that, let me tell you that the government has left no stone unturned, and whoever the culprit has been, he has been nabbed, and he's right now behind bars. And obviously, the investigation.
The face does not match. The face does not match. The face does not match the CCTV. CCTV now visuals on the right. The face does not match the CCTV. Come on. No, I have PK Jain. PK Jain face is also not matching the CCTV. The guy in the CCTV and the person caught are clearly different.
Thank you. Yeah. Give me some time, Arnab. I'll explain it to you. I also find a lot of gaps in the entire investigation. The simple thing, first of all, the way he was taken to the hospital, there's a difference in the version of the auto rickshaw driver and the doctors in the hospital. And the person who has committed the offense, if he is found loitering in the park nearby, which doesn't happen. My police experience says that any person would like to get away from the scene.
Get away? Why would you be sitting in a park?
That's right. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that it has taken 72 hours for the police to nab this man. Of course, now the entire forensic evidence has been collected, has been sent for the analysis. It will take some time before those results are out. Fourth thing is the face matching or not. I think there's something called skull scanning. Skull scanning. If the skulls are scanned and they match, then there'll be no scope for any doubt. But if the skulls scanning does not match, if they are superimposed and don't match, of course the police investigation is all going awry. So there are a lot of things which I think have
is also a lawyer in this case, Rajshekhar.
And of course the versions of various members of the family and the servants.
All the callers lined up.
There are a lot of
callers. Yeah.
Arnab.
Yeah. Rajshekhar, yeah.
Arnab, firstly, I want to understand one thing. Six times he was stabbed. Who told this story outside to the public? It is the media. Does the hospital...
The media has got the information from the hospital.
No, I'll tell you.
The fact that cerebrospinal fluid came out has come from the hospital.
No. Is there...
I have not made it up.
No. Is there an official bulletin?
The doctor has said on record that the whole knife went 2.5 inches inside, and if there was 1 or 2 mm more, it could have been fatal. What more do you want to know?
Yes. See, it is the doctors who have treated Saif Ali Khan. The police have started the investigation. See, you have to understand the case on merits. See, we have no answer for anyone those.
What do you think I'm arguing on demerits?
No, I'll tell you. Please allow me. Please allow me for a minute.
No, don't use technical language on me and think you'll confuse me. I am not a qualified lawyer, but I am better than all of you in the language of the law.
No. See, I'll tell
you lawyers are too smart. You do this.
More than a lawyer, more than a judge. You are everything.
Not more.
I'll give it to you. But as far as this case is concerned, it is the Mumbai police which is investigating the case. It is not the job of the police to every hour or every minute or every second to...
I don't want them to, but nobody is believing you. See, we are not fools. Okay, Swapnil, is anybody in Mumbai believing? You live in Bandra, no?
Yes.
You live in Bandra. We used to hang out together, Swapnil. Yes. We know that area.
Yes. Arnab, nobody in Bandra or possibly in the whole country, given the kind of calls that you got yesterday, your channel was inundated with calls.
Yeah, even now.
Nobody believes a tad bit of
Open the phone lines.
Peddled around. And let me tell you, Arnab, generically, baser instincts have gotten over filial and familial emotions. And your expectation of moral rectitude, and especially from certain aspects of the judiciary, and also administrative acumen from certain investigating agencies is absolutely on the ball. But unfortunately, those are not falling. Those are falling short of your very, very appropriate expectations. Now, with that background, why was the investigating officer changed? You found the third piece of the night at Bandra Talab. You expect people to believe that utter nonsense? How do you know that was the third part, and why would you go around hunting at Bandra Talab?
Open the lines.
What kind of stories are being peddled around, Arnab? That's one. Investigating officer in
Rahul, you're muted.
That time is being changed. And let me tell you,
Ishwar, you're muted.
That you're raising is a very appropriate one about regenerative capacity and very fast healing. Now, I believe that the doctor who operated, only that person.
No, this is like,
light on it. And I perfectly agree with you that with full respect to Saif and Karina's Bebo's privacy,
they have to talk to me.
I still want that given the allegation.
They have to talk to me. You know what they want to do? These people want to do this and then they want to give a PR interview. I'll tell you, there's a problem with Bollywood. I'll tell you a problem with Bollywood. I have a huge problem with Bollywood. Firstly, how is Bollywood quiet? First thing I would say that Mr. Amitabh Bachchan should put out a tweet. He puts a tweet every day that I think he should say that Saif and Karina should go and give an interview to Republic and answer all the questions. All these people tweet on everything. Now, problem is, Rahul Ishwar, before the next film release, and by the way, someone told me his next film is called Jewel Thief. Interesting, huh? I'm not suggesting anything. But I'm told the next film is Jewel Thief. I don't know. I only knew of original Jewel Thief. I don't know which one this is. But now they'll give interviews about their film, but they will not answer my questions. They won't answer the questions. They'll take government security. I'm told government security is going for him, Rahul. Is it good?
And Arnabji, just one
Rahul,
thing.
unmute yourself.
I have always opposed you.
Rahul, unmute karo. I can't hear him here.
It's unmuted from my end.
Yeah, but my producers should transfer the audio here. Go on.
Hello, So Arnabji, I have always supported Bollywood against you. But as a lawyer too, as an advocate, as a lawyer and as a public policy enthusiast, I would urge them to speak to Republic and the media to clear the air. Because when you are asking sharp questions, I believe in the Mumbai police, I believe, like my good friend Asif Bamlaji said, all the credentials of the ministry. But there are some questions that will naturally come to our mind. Even though we respect the probe, even though we respect the government, we respect the Mumbai police, minus the person sitting in the Leelavati hospital because of his antecedents. We respect the Mumbai police, who really well. But at the same point of time, see, they should give out and clear the air in a much more good way.
See, it's a 6-hour long operation. Rahul, 6-hour long operation. You said yesterday you're 10 to 15 years younger to Saif. And Saif, so 6-hour-long operation. I'd like to go across to Dr. Vikram Singh. 2.5 inches of knife stabbed in the spine. Spinal fluid is oozing out. It's called CSF, cerebrospinal fluid is oozing out. You have to go through a terrible, very detailed surgery. Right? Now, after that, you can't come out like this. Can you come out like this? That itself is suspicious. Plus, Kareena didn't accompany. Third, family didn't inform the police. Fourth, face recognition does not match. Person going up and the person arrested. Now we are told, lighting problem. Arey, what lighting problem? Is this a film being shot in Mehboob studio? Is this a film being shot in Mehboob studio? What do you mean lighting problem? So,
DSLR theory is also floated.
No, I mean, you know, please, yeah, this is ridiculous. You know, you all go through airports now, viewers, and in airports, many of you have this technology. What's this new technology? Face recognition technology. Is the lighting in Mumbai airport and Delhi airport different? Is your face not recognized in the evening and recognized in the morning? What is being told to us? And this whole PR factories are churning out garbage. Only Republic is asking questions. Vikram.
Truth is very simple, and to your sharp questions, there are hardly any answers to your disconcerting questions. Number one, the entry and the exit have not been identified and corroborated. Number two, the change of the IU is even more suspicious. The Mumbai police at one point in time said that they have identified the history sheeter.
Can I come in?
And suddenly they somersault and come back and say that they pick up somebody from the police.
Louder.
Somebody like Chadiful. His confession and the recovery and the finger tested sector position seem to be contrived and manipulated as he very rightly hinted at. And to that extent, I have seen hundreds and hundreds of medical legal cases with their injuries. And it's impossible, when I say impossible with a capital I person, to walk with that level of stagger. And the doctors who gave the statements, who am I to comment on that? But yes, the doctors are supposed to be professional and surgical and not to behave like the PR team of Saif Khan.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is about justice. I am besieged by calls.
Arnab,
I have a question for you tonight. Viewers, take my question. And what's my question tonight? Should I extend 1 minute in the interest of justice? Should I extend my program till 10:20 tonight? Would it be all right?
Yes, absolutely, Arnab. You should.
You'll be game. Okay. I'm requesting my guest relations team to contact many more experts. I want the entire window full of experts. I will not let go of this story. And we have our first caller, lucky caller tonight. Who's our first caller? I think it's Vivek from Mumbai, holding for over 15 minutes. Vivek, thank you for your patience. What do you think?
Yeah, Arnab, I'm glad you brought this debate up. There are a few questions that come up. One is, we all stay in a high-storied building, and apparently, I guess even Saif Ali Khan, he stays on the 12th floor. And it just comes to my mind that if a burglar thief has entered my home and has stabbed me, has attacked my family, and whatever has happened, and he runs away, and I know that he's getting down the stairs, by the stairway. The first thing, Arnab, what would you do? You would first pick up your intercom and you call up the security guy. You tell him, "Arey, koi to niche ja raha hai."
No, 1 minute, Vivek. One more logical question can I ask you? Suppose you have this situation, this filmy script being told is that Saif single-handedly fought him off and saved his family, and he's so brave, and we are so happy. Now, and then they say he locked him up. If he locked him up, then did Kareena let him out? 1 minute. Then after, how did he come out?
So
and if he came out, Vivek, if he came out logical, no Vivek, why was nobody running behind him?
Absolutely.
They would be saying, even in Golmaal, there was a scene where you enter Golmaal side, somebody said, "Chor bhag raha hai." You see that scene of Utpal Dutt? At least Utpal Dutt was attempting to chase the person he thought was the chore. In this case, it was Amol Palekar. Here, there's nobody chasing the guy. It's not okay.
Absolutely right. And another thing, about this is one thing, why didn't he call up the intercom? It's just alert the security guard. And
no, it's madness. I'll tell you, Vivek, I got so many calls, I'm going to have to say bye. I've got Samir from Pune. Let's take all the callers, 6 of them. Yeah, Samir from Pune is calling. Samir, louder please.
Thank you, Arnab. Thank you, Arnab and team. Republic TV is number one for sure.
Thank you.
I have two questions and one suggestion to Republic TV. Question number one is, why is Saif and Kareena not taken for inquiry till now by the Mumbai police? Is it a case of domestic violence? Number one. Number two, my second question is, why is the case not brought in court yet? Who all are detained and under which IRCTC they are put in the jail for more than 24 hours? These are my two questions.
You know, I'll tell you one thing on that, Samir. I'll tell you one thing, Samir. On a lighter note, I'll tell you. I'll tell you lighter note. If a bird sits on a tree, there was a time when a bird sits on a tree in Maharashtra, they would call me for questioning in the local police station, asking Arnab, why did the bird sit on the tree? In Bengal today, even now, when a bird sits on a tree, Mamta police calls me for questioning. In this case, Saif and Kareena are sitting at home. But we common citizens have to go to the police station.
Arnab,
Asif.
was more worried about the younger child, and that's why she did not go to the hospital.
Asif, just because you got a lot of Bollywood friends doesn't mean I'll have to believe you.
He came to their house with the intention of not only stealing, but also harming the family, especially the children.
Extending.
1 minute time for this caller to reply this. देखिए, ऐसे सिचुएशन में you are expecting Saif and Kareena to be called to the police station? That's utter nonsense. What do you mean? आज
ऐसे सिचुएशन में मतलब क्या है?
आप चाह रहे हो कि उसको पुलिस स्टेशन में बुलाओगे?
अरे उससे पुलिस स्टेशन को ले जाइए ना उनके घर में।
यार, उसने गुनाह अगर किया है, तो there is an SIT that is established.
Tell me one thing, आसिफ।
में पता चलेगा। ये केस क्या शट एंड डन केस थोड़ी हुआ है, जैसे MVA ने किया था सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के टाइम पे। आप क्या बात कर रहे हो? Is it not right? आप बोलोगे कि यार जो बेचारा खुद अपने see his recovery is fast and that's a good thing.
It cannot be so fast. It cannot be so fast. We are human beings, not octopuses. We don't grow tentacles. We are not jellyfish. We have been through billions of years of evolution. We are incapable. We are incapable of regenerative powers.
Circumstances. I know you are a very good investigator on this. I understand you are a very, I think we should recommend Arnab to look into this investigation also.
I would happily accept. I would happily accept. I will happily work with the Mumbai police to crack the case. Call me. Call me. I will come and help. I will help. I agree. I will help. I will help. Yes, Asif, I will help. Call me, I will help. I'll fly down tomorrow to Mumbai.
Saif is a public figure and his life is going to be under scrutiny. But the fact remains that
all hell has broken loose on my program, 2 versus 2.
In their house, possibly who has come with the intention of harming the children.
Next caller.
After he stabbed Saif, it was the elder son or maybe the second son who took them, and Kareena waited at home because the younger son Jay was still at home. So I think any mother would wait with the younger son, and Saif was taken to the hospital.
Why are you doing psycho? 1 minute. Krishna, you're a really nice guy. Krishna, you're a really nice guy. You got many qualities. You got great professional instinct, political instinct, but you're not a psychoanalyst, man. You're a politician. Why are you trying to psychoanalyze them?
No, I'm not trying to psychoanalyze them, but I'm telling you that any mother would be with the younger son, and therefore, if
would a mother tell her 6-year-old son, go to the hospital, I'll sit at home and not inform the police? Anyway, I don't know. Amul Shetty from Navi Mumbai. Put the calls on the landline, open the landline, put the number down, calls on Amul Shetty. Amul Shetty, next caller tonight. Amul.
You have taken up this issue as in case of Sushant Singh case that was exposed. Your interview exposed the Sushant Singh case. Like that, you are exposing. I am really fan of you.
Thank you, Amul. Thank you, Amul Shetty.
Same question, why they have not informed the police? And another question is how they came to know that only one person has attacked. Because he is not a 1 BHK flat. He is not in 1 BHK flat. He will come to know. So I want to ask Vikram Singh whether they can, is it good plan to cover up something? And another thing is, I also seen the doctor, this one, he was telling that bill has come out, we put the stitches, and he was telling that he is repairing. Is it a motorcycle or car? What he is talking about repairing?
People are angry tonight.
So it is a planned thing, I
Put
think.
the phone number on the grid.
The last one is BJP spokesperson. See, they are saying that सत्ता आपकी है लेकिन सिस्टम हमारी है. ये बोलते हैं ये सब और ये बिलीव कर रहे हैं ये पुलिस के ऊपर. How they can believe on them?
See, Asif.
They must be have some investigative journalism like you have, sir.
अरे इन्वेस्टिगेशन पर तो भरोसा होगा ना आपको. ये क्या डन एंड शट केस हो गया क्या?
Because we have seen in case of Waze and we seen
भाई, there is a rule of law. This is not a banana republic. There will be many stages to have fashion. But आप यदि कॉलर फोन करके कहे आप सैफ अली खान को करीना को बुलाइए तो as per law I'm representing the Bharatiya Janata Party as a spokesperson.
What he has said.
Okay. Venkatesh from Bengaluru is our next caller tonight. I have breaking news at 10 o'clock tonight. Asif Bamla.
Good evening. Good evening, Arnab.
Asif.
Good evening, Arnab. Thank you for keeping this issue alive. You need to be a lot more kinder to Bollywood, Arnab. They spend more than the Chandrayaan budget and still come up with crappy scripts and lousy movies. And in this case, they hardly had any time to prepare the script. So obviously, it really sucks big time. That is number one. Number two, two more very quick points. Obviously, Kareena and Saif will feel very unsafe while coming to you, unsafe pun intended, because you had single-handedly destroyed the political career of a near senior citizen in an interview. So obviously, there are things to hide. They're not going to come and face you. And third, you refer to Golmaal. Sooner or later, one of these people is going to pop up and say that in one shot he had a mustache, in the other one he didn't. And then we'll have the song Golmaal hai, bhai sab Golmaal hai.
That's a good one. I love, that's fantastic. Venkatesh, I love you. Fantastic, man. Nice analogies out there. Thank you for encouragement. Venkatesh, let me tell you one thing. All this media, this media, they're all PR media. Let me tell you, the amount of PR that Bollywood does every day in and day out, spin this, spin that. I hate PR, Venkatesh. Recently, I saw pro Virat Kohli PR, anti Virat Kohli PR. This PR industry will destroy things in this country. And we have to push things down. I know I'm not popular tonight among those in the establishment, but I know even they know my questions are right. And I'm opening the calls. You know why, Venkatesh? Because I want them to know that people know. When people in power think that people forget, then they close chapters. And my whole life is about opening chapters. Suhasini from Hyderabad, and the next question will be taken by Dr. Vikram Singh on this story. Suhasini.
Hi, Arnab. I wanted to thank Saif because I've been able to get an opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you, Saif.
You are the voice of millions and lakhs of people.
Thank you, Saif.
All the questions what we have. I am a physiotherapist by profession, and my fundamental doubt is in a post-surgery, obviously, physiotherapists will get involved in all the operations. So they will understand how they have to walk and how they have to sleep and how they have to move. But there are a lot of gaps. The way how Saif was walking, and a very silly question that came in my mind was, how can he insert his dress, which we never suggest. And I think there are a lot of flaws, and then he should not be moved at all. Or if he has to be brought, he has to be brought only in the stretcher.
Suhasini, I'll tell you one thing. Can I speak to you, Suhasini, and through you to a lot of people?
Yes.
When I, as a journalist, look at cases like this, I go by gut instinct. People tell me, how did you know that something was wrong about Peter Mukherjee, Indrani? Can I tell you a story today, Suhasini? I want to share this with everyone. I'm not popular with police officers in this country, as you know that. They all sent me to jail. That's what they do. They want me to send me to jail to try and keep me quiet, right? But I will not be quiet. 1 minute. Suhasini, I'll tell you one thing. The police did not solve the Indrani Mukherjee case.
Exactly.
Now, I'll tell you, I was doing a show like this many years back, and in a break, I called Peter Mukherjee on the phone. When I got to know about it, I said, Peter, where are you? He said, I'm in Mumbai. I said, I'm coming. I want to interview. He said, no, don't come. I said, I don't care. I'm coming. I'm telling you a real story. I said, I'm coming. Okay. He said, don't come. You can check this with Peter. It was 10 o'clock at night. The whole country was talking about it. This kind of theory was being put out, all this to cover it all up and all that. Peter Mukherjee, high society, Indrani, high society, big connections, political connections, police connections. Absolute truth, I'm telling you. I had a feeling something's being covered up. I went in. The whole media was outside. I walked in. I rang the bell. They could not keep me out. I entered. And I'll tell you one thing, Suhasini, for 3 hours, and you should ask this to Peter, for 3 hours, Asif, I just sat and observed things in the room. I just sat and observed things. Okay. And at the end of it, I'm telling you, at the end of it, I was convinced there was something wrong. Oh. And then I took Peter Mukherjee to another room and I had my phone. I put my phone like this, in front of Peter Mukherjee. I put my phone. I said, Peter, we're going to do an interview. He said, nothing doing. He said, I'll call my lawyer. I said, you do an interview. I did an audio interview. What he said in the interview, he ended up contradicting himself. Okay. And at that time also there was this PR stories doing the rounds. You know, I'll tell you, Suhasini, powerful people think they can use their connections and get away, and that is something that I hate. I'm not insinuating anything here.
Exactly.
And the media, Suhasini, you know what the media does? They greedily accept every PR piece. Say, thank you, I got some copy. That's wrong. Same feeling in Sushant, Suhasini. Same feeling in Peter Mukherjee. Same feeling in Saif.
Exactly.
That's my point.
Yes.
Arnab, when I saw Saif when I saw the news of Saif being discharged, I thought he would be, wheeled out in a stretcher, moved into an ambulance and come home. But when I see him coming out, absolutely, it's like him coming out of a bar, some party, waving his hand, moving.
Good job, you got to give him credit or not?
Surprising.
All I'm saying is, okay, I have with me, okay, 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. I have someone very important with me in this case right now. His name is Randeep Guleria. 1 minute. His name is Dr. Randeep Guleria. Very, very recognized, very, very important person. He's been former director of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. He knows, right? I have a question for you, Dr. Guleria, please. Dr. Guleria, Arnab here, can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Am I loud enough?
Yes.
Dr. Guleria, while the pictures will run, my question to you is this. Just imagine, Dr. Guleria, this is not Saif, this is any patient. And I want to give you the clinical history of the patient. The clinical history of the patient, can I be on air on one side and Dr. Guleria on the other? This is a very important point in the debate tonight. On the right, could I replace Rahul Ishwar's beautiful visage for a moment? Thank you so much. Now the point is, Dr. Guleria, the clinical history of the patient is 55 to 56-year-old male, fit, okay, suffers severe trauma, stabbing incident, multiple wounds, 2 or 3 very deep, including deep incision into the spinal cord area with a hard metal knife that goes in 2 to 3 inches into the area, 1 millimeter short of the spinal cord itself. There is copious oozing of CSF, that is cerebrospinal fluid, right? And he undergoes this trauma and reaches the hospital within a couple of hours or 1 or 2 hours after the incident. The trauma is so significant that the knife is stuck into his backbone area. There is an emergency procedure which is carried out, a surgery that lasts 6 hours. Post this incident, which has a lot of leakage of CSF, right? Now, my question to you, Dr. Guleria, is this. In those circumstances, can the person look like Saif looked within 4 days? Visuals.
So, in my opinion, if someone has had such a lot of injuries, it would be safer for him. So we have to go by 2 things. One is the hospital records definitely show that he had significant injury and he was operated upon. So therefore, there was significant injuries. He has made a recovery which is remarkable. But if you have so many injuries, one would want to be on the safe side and not sort of walk out like this. You would like to be either on a wheelchair or be careful that your injuries don't get aggravated. I'm not sure about what is the nature of the injuries and...
So I've described it as much as possible, 2.5 inches deep, 1 millimeter short of spinal cord, significant leakage of cerebrospinal fluid, besides multiple deep injuries in other parts of the body.
So if you go by that history, then I think one would want the person to actually not walk around like that, because it could aggravate his underlying condition. And that is something that one needs to be careful about. If the injuries were not causing significant organ damage, then it's possible that with some medication, painkillers, one may be able to walk around for some time in terms of trying to come out and show those images. But it's a little risky from the medical point of view.
Almost impossible. Almost impossible, doctor.
I would say that he should be careful, because if he's had such injuries which is very close to the spine, it can actually get aggravated by such activities.
Against medical advice?
Yeah, I think most surgeons would advise a person who has had such injuries to have bed rest for some time and not be very active.
Would it restrict movement somewhat? Because what we are seeing here in the visuals is completely unrestricted movement, very easy movement. I mean, you and I could walk around like this with absolutely no history of anything. Some amount of restriction would be normal, right?
I think so. I mean, it depends which part of where the knife got lodged and whether it caused significant impairment of limb movement. But having said that, I think still one would want that the individual, if he's had an injury which is so close to the spinal cord that it led to CSF leakage, it would be better that you're careful.
Wow. Dr. Guleria, I have a request. I want 2 of my callers to have the privilege of talking to you on this. Can they?
Yeah, please.
Porus from Hyderabad is lined up. Porus, you have any question on this side?
Yeah, good evening, Arnab.
Yeah, you can put your question to Dr. Guleria, former director of AIMS, who's with us right now.
Yes. Doctor, I have a question for you. You know, a couple of times, say 5 or 6 years back, I have suffered a very mild slip disc. And I was advised by my doctor to be on bed for a minimum 4 weeks, just for a simple slip disc. And when I see this actor coming out and walking with a string and waving everyone with the loose jeans and a tucked-in shirt, I mean, it really baffles me. And I just can't believe that, you know, after such a major surgery of 5.5 hours, you know, he's just walking like an ordinary man and nothing has happened. And he is even controlling the crowd and the police.
Yeah, he's doing crowd control also. He's doing crowd control. He's seen that.
It really baffles me. I mean, it's very hard to digest that after such a big surgery.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take a break now. Yeah.
Arnab, I love your tie.
You like my tie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You can have it one day when you come to Republic, Porus.
Sure.
I have a huge collection. I'll give you one with my compliments. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you for your viewership, Porus.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you want to reply to that, doctor? You know, he says for a minor problem, doctors are very careful. But here...
So I agree with that. That if you have a spinal injury, one would be very careful and one would not really want to be very active.
Okay.
Because it would get aggravated. So that definitely is there. But to be very honest, I'm not sure where exactly the injury was and therefore what degree of impairment it caused. But for whatever spinal injury you had, I would think that bed rest would be something that...
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, we have one more caller, Mohit from Mumbai. Mohit?
Yes. I'm waiting.
Yeah, go on, Mohit. Mohitji, go on.
Yeah. Arnab.
Yes, sir.
In that week, there was a major development. There was a major development of this Anderson Hindenburg and all that news was there. Now this whole thing has been scripted to avoid news channels following those, playing about that Hindenburg and that Henderson news.
Okay.
So this whole thing is like a film scene. And lot of money.
Okay, so you're connecting two cases. Yes, Mohitji, I understand. So you're saying you're connecting two stories, saying this is a distraction, that's another thought. Now, I'll thank Dr. Randeep Guleria at that stage. Thank you, Mohitji. I'll take a break, but I'm not letting go of this story. And with your permission, I'll be back on the other side of a short break. We will have breaking news on this, more updates. We'll have our reporters live on the story. We'll take more callers and more guests. The Saif story is not going away. Back in just a few minutes. Please come back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
You know, they say you truly only grow up once you're out of your comfort zone and once you're out of your home. And that happened with you in Bombay. Cut to the time when Lunchbox happened and Nimrit Kaur was out there, the talking point of every home. And your experience of working with someone like an Irfan Khan. From the tough journey to coming into the spotlight, what was that change like as a girl?
Well, I wish firstly I'd had the honor of working across from him. The film is about their love story, but I never quite got to share a lot of screen space. We were together in one scene only, which was the cafe scene where we don't have any dialogue exchange, and you know, I'm supposed to not know that he's there. And he was just looking at me and, you know, being his poignant, amazing self. I was very intimidated by him because I was thanking my stars. I said, good, I don't have to face this tower of a talent, you know, because I don't know how I'll acquit myself or, you know, will I even be able to say anything? But having said that, you know, this is something that I'll always have as an unrequited wish, that I couldn't have the great honor of sharing screen space with him. We really actually hung out and spent time at the Cannes Film Festival, which is where the film premiered in 2013, May. So that's where it became huge. And we could see, it was palpable, that something extraordinary is happening here. It's not usual. I was being told things, so I agreed and I nodded along. I said, okay, wow, amazing things are happening. And then I remember one night I was sitting with Irfan sir and I was like, you know, how do you handle all this? Because I'm not able to understand what's going on. He just said, देखो, enjoy करो, अच्छा time बार बार नहीं आता है. He said, मुसीबतें ही आएंगी, enjoy कर लो ये, soak up कर लो ये, you know, जो भी आपको अभी मजा आ रहा है, just enjoy it. Because फिर वापस तुम्हें जाके problems ही आएंगी वापस, क्या काम ये वो, कहते just enjoy, ज़्यादा सोचो मत. So I said, okay.
But from there on, it was an upswing for you.
Yeah.
You were working with bigger superstars and you continue to. Your film Skyforce is set to release. Since we are in a women's summit and we are talking about women empowerment, again, I want to go back to Bollywood and ask you, what has your experience been like? Who are the most chivalrous superstars? How is the conduct towards women?
Well, quite honestly, I have been very fortunate that I have only met and worked with the most wonderful people, men and women alike. You know, I really have been very, very lucky. Maybe it's to do with the subjects that find me, and vice versa. You know, the subjects that I look for and I find. I feel like it attracts energies which are like-minded and, you know, that bring the same value system to every project. So I have been very fortunate, I'll be very honest. I've been super fortunate. I've only been treated with love. And I think that, you know, a lot of that does go back to the Lunchbox. Because it was such an unconventional, out-of-the-box, if I may say, way of being introduced into a business where you suddenly became a name and, you know, you were no longer the Cadbury girl, if I may. You know, I'm just saying, if anybody recalls that ad or whatever, you do. So, you know, it's like it's a great sort of it was the trampoline that straight away set me right into the thick of the business. People kind of knew who I was, even though it wasn't a commercial film. Like, it released in, I think, about 650.
Debate with Arnab.
Drama is happening in the Saif case, and the accused was taken to Bhabha Hospital, being taken back to Bandra police station. Pressure is showing. Shravan Sen is with us tonight. A lot of criticism nationally in this whole case. Shravan, what's the latest, please? Can I have the breaking news stickers on top tonight and latest on this story? Only Republic has it. Only Republic has it tonight. Other channels are doing boring conversations from Davos. Republic is breaking the story that matters. Which Shravan? Shravan now.
Well, first, Arnab, right now we are getting in live visuals from outside the Bandra.
Can we show the live visuals right now, please? Also, one minute. While you do that, can the ingest room, through the input team, put up the live visuals quickly? Thank you very much. Shravan, please continue.
Well, this was the accused was taken to the Bhabha Hospital and now being taken back to the Bandra police station. But having said that, there is growing pressure on the police right now. Reason being, the investigating officer has been sacked. On the ground, they say that attempt to murder charges were not pressed. Now, that is the official reason that has been given so far, Arnab. But having said that, right now, just a few hours ago, they have recovered the cloth used by the accused. Now, this was days after the incident took place. So, this evidence now being gathered by the police piece by piece over the last few days. Question is, what were they really doing? If the accused left behind blood-stained clothes, where was it, and why did it take the Mumbai police so long? And this is happening just about a few hours ago that we got the information that this
happened. We also spoke to the father of the accused, who's saying the pictures are not of my son. So that's become also another controversy.
Republic TV did manage to track down the father of the accused, who is in Bangladesh. Our reporter from Mumbai as well as in Kolkata, connected together, spoke to him.
We've spoken to the father. We've spoken to the father of the accused, who is in Bangladesh.
Yes.
Where in Bangladesh? And do we have that conversation, that tape or conversation?
We are just putting together the...
Okay, latest visuals coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Latest visuals coming in, massive late night development out there. And you can see his face is covered. He can't be seen. He's being taken away. Massive chase going on outside the police station. This is outside the Bandra police station. The visuals are just coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going in and being taken in so that his face cannot be revealed. And there is a huge controversy because people all across the country are saying that his face does not match the face of the guy who was being taken up and down. Reporters standing in for a live outside tonight, and Sandeep should be live with us. Shravan, back to you. Stay with the visuals. So, Shravan.
Well, in fact, we spoke to the father just this evening. In fact, we tracked down our Republic Bangla reporter and Republic Mumbai reporter, spoke to him together. The questions that we asked were these. One, whether at all the Mumbai police did actually make a call, because there was an assertion made by the Mumbai police that they got in touch with the father, they got in touch with the family members in Bangladesh, managed to get certain certificates of this very accused. Now, the father on record is saying that no one contacted him. Now, that's a claim that has been made by the father at this point in time. But the second thing he says, that he has seen the CCTV footage. Now, the CCTV footage is of the 6th floor of that very building. It shows the alleged accused entering the building and coming out. He says, he is not my son. So much so he says that he did not have the valid documents. That is the reason why in the bar that he was actually working, he was not allowed to step out of the bar. So how exactly a person who's never been to Bandra, this is again a claim made by the Mumbai police themselves, a person who's actually worked in Worli, a person who's worked in Thane, how would he suddenly decide that he wants to carry out a burglary attempt, that too in Bandra, and directly gets access to Saif Ali Khan's residence? Mumbai police then also says that there is no insider job, no insider hand. If that's the case, how did he manage to get up through the fire duct?
One minute. We got the chase sequence there. And Sandeep is live with us. Sandeep, बताइए कि आपने क्या देखा वहाँ पे, और chase sequence आपने अभी दिखाई वहाँ पे. Chase sequence थी, आप you moved to the right as the accused was being taken out. हमने देखा his face was covered in so that he cannot be recognized. Face को इतना protect क्यों किया जा रहा है इस केस में? इस वक्त chase sequence shots are on the right. Sandeep.
See, yes, I'm right outside the Bandra police station out there, and in fact, whenever we try to confront the accused, the police is in fact not allowing us, and in fact, the Mumbai police has covered the face of the accused. He is being in fact interrogated. He is being in fact interrogated on the first floor of this very Bandra.
But are they explaining why? Are they explaining why his face is not matching the person who is in the CCTV footage? सबसे बड़ा सवाल तो वो है कि वो तो मैच नहीं हो रहा है ना. It's not matching, no? Audio problem out there outside Bandra. Continue. Visuals, yeah. These are the pictures, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try and connect Sandeep back on air. He's trying. You see. Run the sequence with audio if possible. Police is pushing the Republic mic back. He's being taken in, and instead he's also running. It's like he's been tutored to move out. He's short. He seems distinctly shorter than the person who was coming down the stairs. He's distinctly shorter than the person who's been shot before. No, this is not looking like the guy. This person, his height description is not matching. Asif, see these pictures. Even his height description, Shawan, is not matching that of the person who was caught in the CCTV footage. Swapnil, have a look at that. Small windows on the left for my guest tonight. Swapnil must watching this tonight. Swapnil, small window, big windows out there. Take the shots out there so that we can significantly match this. And let's have two windows right now on the left out there. Let's take this individual, and on the right, the person, the fairly tall guy coming down the stairs. Two windows out there. Latest visuals on the left, and the visuals from the 6th floor. CCTV on the right. Expert commentary, bottom window left from Swapnil. Can we do that, please? Swapnil, over to you.
Yes, Arnab, this is an absolute concoction according to me. I don't know who this man is now. Is this the person that they have caught who does know, who's not neither a Bangladeshi nor the man who climbed up the stairs or walked down the stairs? So I don't know why is the space being hidden. Why is the police not coming out with a proper, public sort of appearance or something of that sort, where they can say to the press, a press conference where they can say that, look, this is what we've done, and they don't have to give a ball-to-ball commentary. They can come at the time when there's some solid portion in their hand. But this is something as good as solid. If they
but the guy,
this is the person that they've caught. I don't buy this, Arnab. I don't buy this at all. This is a complete fabrication. It's a complete concoction. It's a complete hoodwinking exercise. To my, to the best of my knowledge, it doesn't match.
Two windows on the left or the bottom.
Nothing adds up.
It's not adding there. Latest visuals should always continue on air. Asif Bamla is responding to this situation tonight. Asif, remember, we have a situation. We're dealing with a situation. You've got to give answers that people can believe.
Arnab, there are two sides to this whole issue now. One is the government side, the law and order. That's one section. The other is the facts and figures, okay? As far as the government is concerned, they've arrested, they've done their due diligence. They've taken this up very seriously, and they've delivered, the deliverables have been done. Now, there are many issues. I will not...
Do you not believe out here? Do you not believe Asif? Asif, the guy is not looking like the same guy? The guy coming down is significantly taller than the person on the left-hand side?
This is not for you and me to understand.
Why is it not for you and me to understand?
There is a police, there's a law and order in place. But who do it. We have a most competent police of the Mumbai city.
You are saying we are now being told that fingerprints have been found on the duct. We are being told that fingerprints have been found on the duct, which means you are trying to say that the person has climbed the duct. You are saying fingerprints have been found on the duct, but
police station में समन कर दो.
क्यों नहीं करें?
So these are not the right things. You can't do that.
Why can't we do that?
After all, they are also celebrities. But
they are also celebrities. My God, people will get triggered with that comment.
Equal to all.
What do you mean they are also celebrities? You have different rule for celebrities.
But that doesn't mean कि अभी वो बीमार है, अपने घर अब गया है, उसके wounds अभी.
Okay, who's coming in? I can't see the windows. Show the windows on the right. Show the windows on the right. I need to see the guests on the right-hand side screen out here. It's fast now. Hey, no, 1 minute.
ऐसे लोगों को तो बुलाना नहीं चाहिए आपको.
आपको तो बहुत अच्छा लगता था जब सुशांत सिंह राजपूत केस में बुलाते थे.
नहीं, हमने तो तब भी विरोध किया था. if you remember, I was the man who pinpointed against the MV, and you had called me on your channel also, if you forgot it.
Swapnil?
So that's not right. What
Asif, I have a comment. Asif, can I have a Asif, can I make a comment?
Most intricate affair and most intricate details will be looked at and addressed with. That's something I can assure you on this channel on behalf of my party here right now.
Swapnil.
Asif, I have a question. Asif, Swapnil here. Good evening to you. I just want.
Windows elements. Windows.
कर दिया सब कुछ और रिजल्ट आउट हो गया. अरे भाई there are various stages.
आसिफ मेरी बात सुनिए. आसिफ
तथ्य है जो कि भाई उसकी हाइट अलग है या उसका where he throw the gun knife. So there are these issues.
Okay, I have to open up to calls also.
Asif, I have a question for you.
Endorse that.
आसिफ सुनिए मेरी बात सुनिए. आपने बोल दिया मैं समझ गया. आप you've said that Asif Swapnil here. My only thing as a lawyer, when I look at all these things which are there, I have a full faith in the Mumbai police. Mumbai police, I do have the full faith. I'm also a part of Bandra. I'm also a part of Mumbai. No, what I'm trying to say is that when you peddle out theories, when you peddle out something, some of the things that need to come out should be believable. All I am saying is that when you try to match theories, when you try to look at things, when you try to look at the facts, as you pointed out that you have to look at facts and figures, the facts are not adding up, Asif. That's my point.
I am not against that, my dear.
Okay, I have right now NND Dubey coming back on the debate. NND Dubey. NND Dubey. NND Dubey.
आप सैफ अली खाओ करीना को पुलिस स्टेशन.
NND Dubey is on the call still. NND Dubey. You heard Dr. Guleria's version also. NND. Retired DIG of the National Investigation. Mr. Dubey, can you hear me?
कायदा और कानून भी तो कुछ है या नहीं इस देश में?
I think there is no need to jump the gun so quickly because I think the police will do it.
He's sitting there on the top right,
I'm sure
second from the right.
दूध पानी का पानी हो जाएगा.
अरे अभी तक दूध का दूध पानी का पानी नहीं हो रहा है दुबे जी. वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ. मुझे जो
नहीं हो जाएगा. आप फिक्र मत करिए. I think I'm sure the police is going to do a briefing on this.
Savita Hiremat is also wanting to come into the debate latest. She's been part of this story from the start. Savita.
Court has already given a judgment.
Savita.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah. Okay. Now again, I mean, somebody saying दूध का दूध पानी का पानी तो तभी होगा जब दूध और पानी होगा. इसमें दूध भी नहीं है, पानी भी नहीं दिख रहा है कहीं. Because it's not matching anywhere, not even height, not even, the body structure, nothing. I don't know maybe they have got new clues and new people are coming in the picture. But then this one is not the same guy at all. I mean, one can easily make out even if they are not showing the face. Why the hell they are not even coming clean and talking Saif and Kareena to media and finish it? This is unnecessarily stretching the whole and creating more doubts.
I'm now being told, Shravan, they matched the fingerprints in 2 days. Shravan?
Well, that's what the
That's
Mumbai
another
police...
breaking developments coming in. Yeah.
Well, they have not put out any statement from the forensic department, but perhaps all the legal luminaries here can actually weigh on this, that you cannot perhaps have a final report on the fingerprints in less than 48 hours. So how exactly does the Mumbai police really say that this is the accused and the fingerprints have matched from the fire duct? That clarity hasn't come in. The fact that they have taken in some more evidence just about a few hours ago, question is first day, what were they really doing? Wasn't the knife really found? They say that they found the knife 24 hours later. There was another knife that they have now found. So they are adding up all of this, part of their evidence list. So that's the reason why more and more questions are being raised, that here you have an accused, the so-called accused who was sleeping 3 hours after the alleged crime in a garden next to the police station.
Okay, I have many more questions tonight. I'm taking callers right now. Abhay from Bhilwara has been holding for 15-20 minutes. Abhay ji, what do you think? Abhay, are you there? Okay, I think I lost the line with Abhay. Yogiraj Ghade is from the Shiv Sena. Uddhav Sena. Yes, Yogiraj ji, what do you think is happening here? Awaz muted. Voice muted.
Black shirt.
Can't hear. Audio control. Facing audio problem. Nasir Abdullah. Nasir. Muted.
Unmute Nasir, unmute.
Unmute Nasir, unmute. Unmute Nasir.
Nasir, we can't hear you.
Yeah, okay, we're facing audio problems. Sudesh is calling from Mumbai. Sudesh, you're live. Sudesh calling from Mumbai. Sudesh, you're live. We're having audio problems clearly out here. Now, in the meantime, till producers don't tell me whether they've sorted the audio problems, I want to tell all the callers calling in right now, please be patient. My lines are open. I will be taking the call. I will be taking your calls live soon. There are multiple questions that are emerging. How did the accused enter the compound of a secured, gated society? Is there any CCTV footage of him entering the society? If not, why not? Was he aided by any insider accomplice to enter the society? If so, yes, who is the person? What information do we have about him? How did the individual know about the blind spots of the security apparatus in the building? How did he locate a ladder to breach the building? Was the ladder already at the location, or did he move the ladder? Where did this convenient ladder appear from? How was the ladder tall enough to breach the first floor of an apartment complex procured? Was the ladder placed on the same building as Saif's apartment? How did the accused enter the emergency fire exit staircase? How was he not captured on the active CCTV monitoring by the on-duty security staff? Why did the accused use a ladder to go up, but instead we are told go through a shaft or pipe to reach the 11th floor? Is it true that the shaft or pipe is not big enough for an individual to actually climb? How did he know that he's entering Saif Ali Khan's house on the 11th floor? Was he counting the floors? Did he have prior knowledge? Did he try to enter any other houses that night? Now, my question is this now, which becomes the biggest question. And on this, I'm getting a lot of feedback. We are told right now, and Nasir is back, that the family chose not to inform the police on their own. That's the biggest, most suspicious thing, if you ask me. Most suspicious thing out here is that.
Arnab, can I come into this, please?
Yeah, please. No. Krishna Hegde.
I think the police is investigating all the angles which you have put across here, and I am sure that all these angles are credible. And I think we should give full credit to the Mumbai police. Let them go ahead with their investigation, and I'm sure the police will brief the media.
No, you're all telling me, Krishna Hegde, your standard line is let the investigation happen. Let me tell you, in the Salman Khan hit and run case, you said let the investigation happen. In the Black Buck case, you said let the investigation happen. In the Jessica Lal case, you said let the investigation happen. In the Sunanda Pushkar, Shashi Tharoor case, you said let the investigation happen. In the Disha Salian murder case, you said let the investigation happen.
Yes.
In the Shashi Tharoor case, you're saying let the investigation happen. In the Palghar case, you say let the investigation happen.
They want media to shut down the
Then let me close the channel. Let there be no media in this country.
Yeah, that's what they want.
No, obviously.
In the Peter Mukherjee case, let the investigation happen.
There has to be.
In the Rani Mukherjee case, let the investigation happen.
To get all the facts into focus, but I am sure that, like I said earlier, everything will be said there, and whatever the police is investigating, it will come into the true public forum. And I think we should give the police some time for this, and also the family should come out with the true facts, whatever.
We have Dr. Mohsin Wali of Gangaram Hospital with us, I think. Dr. Mohsin Wali, sir.
Thank you.
1 minute, can Dr. Mohsin Wali... Can Dr. Mohsin Wali hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Arnab.
You're a well-known cardiologist, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, in this case, just tell me medically, I asked this question to Dr. Randeep Gurveria some time back. Can you have this kind of an injury 2 to 3 inch deep into the spinal area, 1 millimeter short of the spinal cord itself, excessive and copious discharge, leakage of cerebrospinal fluid, including 6 other stab wounds, a deep stabbing incident, 56-year-old male, right? Can he walk out like Saif walked out 4 days later?
Well, all this combined, I would say that why the knife was broken after 6th injury. It actually went into the bone. The obvious injuries which you mean to confirm from me would not make a person to walk unless the knife is removed back. This is true that knife was not removed, So if the sharp object which goes in the body, including bullets, if they are not removed, one can walk like this. But the whole scenario, without guards running around with him, without any other neighbors waking up, looks something to be seen. And I am going to give you a very important point, that police should investigate all the guards which should be marked as accomplices in this crime. They all should be screened, they all should be inquired, and they all should be taken into account, their statements recorded, because this is unbelievable that this kind of society is unguarded at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 1:30 a.m., whatever is the time, and this seems very funny. Medically, one can escape due to hard muscles. I have seen scalpels breaking in the operation theatre, and this can happen. You cannot question the credibility of a neurosurgeon, but you can see in depth that what kind of the weapon is being used. I have never seen this kind of weapon being used in such an attack at such an important person, at such an important location. So, first of all, my prayers to Saif Ali Khan for his speedy recovery, whatever left. And then the police has to go and ask from the society watchmen and from all people who are guarding that house. That is very important. One can, yes, answer is one can walk. I am very clear about it. One can walk with this kind of injury. I have seen in emergency people coming with the stab wounds, with a big knife in their abdomen and walking to the emergency room. So this is possible. And whatever has been done, it is sheer luck of our beloved hero, Saif Ali Khan, his good luck, blessings of people with him, and I also pray for his good recovery.
Window, can you be on a small window? Please stay online with us, Dr. Wali. Please stay online with us. Just wait a minute with us. Arun is calling in from Bengaluru. Arun, are you patched? Are you with us? Arun dropped. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have Dr. Mohsin Wali right now. And questions continue out here. Zillions of questions.
Mr. Mohsin Wali. Agreeing with Mr. Mohsin Wali.
Go on. Nasir in a small window on the left. Mohsin Wali also. Nasir, go on. Yeah, Nasir.
Yeah, look, we are going on speculating on the thing. Why is he walking out so fast and so ably and so agilely? Here is the deal. Obviously, the stab wound was not... Don't interrupt me, man.
I'm not interrupting you. I'm just telling my producers to put a view on a window on air. I'm being nice to you. I'm not being interrupting you. 1 minute. Can the producers put windows on air so we know Nasir is speaking? I'm requesting it twice. Producers, listen to me. Yeah, go on.
So if obviously this man was lucky and they said the wound was not so much on the spine, 2 millimeters more, and he would have been in a big problem. Lucky man, he got away. Why are these 6, 7 of the monkeys on this debate making it look suspicious and something is wrong? I don't understand you guys. And Mr. Wali has also said it is possible. The doctors are saying it's okay. What is our problem with Saif walking out? You are finding something wrong with everything. Why did he go in an auto? Because there was no car. At 2:30, the drivers were not there. What is the big deal? But your channel has been freaking out. Why did he go? Why did he go? Then the police haven't questioned the auto rickshaw wala. What is the point to question is he didn't know anything. He cannot help them at all because he only picked them up, he dropped them at the hospital, that's it. So he's a lousy witness.
At what point was the police called? At what point was the police called? At what point was the police called?
By the hospital. Sweetie, I'm not here to answer all the questions for you, okay?
No, I'm not asking
I'm telling you that you guys are being stupid. I'm not responsible to answer the question because I'm not with the force. You're asking me a stupid question, and that's not fair. The point is, why are we freaking out about Saif?
Firstly, I'm not freaking out.
Like
I'm not freaking out. You are freaking out.
No, but why is everybody questioning it?
I'm not questioning him. I'm just saying.
Of course you are. Everybody is.
I'm saying this is.
Shiv Sena, Narayan Rane is saying something.
Nitesh Rane, a minister, is saying, is he acting? I'm not saying.
I don't care. We need to find out, hang on. We need to find out if the main thing is the motive, what happened, who did it.
Live visuals outside Bandra PS also right now should be on air.
Is he with the Bishnoi gang?
You see, somewhere I just see there are two versions. Lalit from Noida. Lalit from Noida. Lalit, what do you think? Let me take you on,
Why
please.
do you get all these guys?
Lalit, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Lalit, go on. What
I
do you
have
think?
some observations.
Yeah.
If I'm facing a person and trying to stab him, I would stab him from the front, either in the stomach or in the chest. If I am hugging him and trying to stab him at the back, then the force will not be sufficient for the blade to go in 2.5 inches. I have tried it with my friends and we found it not possible.
Please don't try this with any friend, man. For God's sake, Lalit.
No, that was a mock trial.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please don't. Thank you. We get scared. We are normal people. We're not these Bollywood types. Vinayak is calling from Hyderabad. Vinayak, what do you think?
Oh my God.
Hello, how are you, Arnab?
Yeah, Vinayak. I'm good, Vinayak.
I've been watching our Republic for a long time, your fan.
Thank you.
See, this is so confusing. I sincerely feel that why they have not shown any CCTV coverage either from his residence when he was going to the hospital or the hospital CCTV. Where is it? This is all very horrible and nobody can believe this. And whatever you are doing, you had done in the past also about Sushant Singh, you had done here now, everything is being exposed. And yet, nobody is trying to understand what exactly is happening. People are supporting. See, even I know ours is also Hyderabad. We also have here a lot of issues, but then they are not done.
No, but there must be a CCTV from Lilavati, no? Mrinalini Deshmukh joining us, senior advocate. I haven't seen that. Can you unmute yourself, Mrinalini, very senior advocate? Mrinalini?
Yes. Good evening. Good evening. I think I have unmuted, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there is nothing which is available.
Yeah.
So it is little unusual that they have not shown the CCTV at the hospital when they enter and things. But I think that is something must be an oversight on their part, or that may not have been relevant for them. The relevant part of the CCTV for the investigation would have been at the residence where the person came up the shaft, or we have what theories are going.
I think they're also speaking to the. I don't know. Is that a doctor who is there? Let's see what questions are being asked. Can I just get the sequence on audio, video up, please? Audio up, please, on that video. This just came in.
ये आरोपी वही है क्या, उसकी पहचान हुई है? सर, ये आरोपी वही है क्या, उसकी पहचान हुई है? सर, ये वही आरोपी है क्या? आपने इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर क्यों चेंज किया? आपने इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर क्यों चेंज किया? मिस्टर मराठे, वुड यू आंसर? मिस्टर मराठे, वुड यू आंसर? व्हाई डिड यू चेंज द इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर? आपने 109 अटेम्प्ट टू मर्डर क्यों नहीं लगाया? व्हाई डिड यू चेंज द इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर? Mr. Marathe, would you respond? Why did you change the investigation officer? Mr. Marathe, would you respond? You are the senior police inspector out here. Why did you change the investigation officer? What went wrong? Is he the same accused?
See, now, obvious questions out here. This is getting very curious. You can't dodge this.
आपने investigation officer
Mrinalini, audio down. Mrinalini?
Yes. I think they have no answers. They have no justifications. There is something which is amiss. Now, we don't know what that amiss is. We are all speculating about it. But it is not only what meets the eye. There is much more to it. As Arnab, you've been saying also. My friend Nasir has also been very vocal about it.
Very vocal.
An issue about the whole thing. I think it concerns all, Nasir. And that is the reason why Arnab is getting down this thing. Because it is people are finding it very intriguing, to say the least, if not any other.
Yeah, it is so strange that they have changed the investigating officer day before. They were pampering them with the certificates, and now again the new guy in record. What's going on?
Yes, exactly, and also to be very honest, it is intriguing. You can't run away from that. And we are thankful, we are grateful to the Almighty that Saif is back home with his family, that there cannot be a greater joy.
But the questions have become deeper. Rupali is calling from Mumbai. Rupali.
There is something bigger here.
Rupali.
Yeah, hi Arnab.
Hi.
Hi Arnab. Thank you so much for keeping this story alive. We are very grateful to you.
Thank you.
Because everybody is used to pushing, these issues of celebrities and everything under the rug.
I know
you bet. Thank you so much. And what I wanted to really say is that whatever is happening from the beginning till now, even the victim family is not coming up to clarify the air. Nor is the Mumbai police coming out and clarifying things for the public or even for the media. And this person on your panel, I don't know what his name is, some actor, he's speaking out. Okay, he's speaking out and he's saying, why are you trying to find, issues and you're poking into stuff and everything? So if not for you, not for Arnab and not for the public world, people would not know what the hell is going on. They don't want the public world ask questions, then they should come out and take the legal and moral responsibility as an Indian citizen. If they want help from Mumbai police or from citizens, then they also
can't have the channel become a judge, jury and a conclusion authority.
No, I'm not judge, I'm not jury, I'm only asking questions.
Yeah, Arnab, when there is already an investigation, और ये भी नहीं कि 2 महीने हो गए 3 महीने हो गए, आपको हमारी this government in place has been prompt enough and has done the deliverables. So, as far as these nitty-gritties are concerned, whether his healing is so faster than the others, or
last caller is
where the knife was thrown and all of that. So that
last caller is Somnath from Delhi. Somnath.
That is for the law and order to take a call.
Somnath from Delhi.
Arnab or the panelists can't take a call on that.
True.
But you can't tell the people who are just come from the hospital to come and report to the police station.
Actually.
Somnath from Delhi. Somnath.
Arnab, legally it is not correct to show the weapon or bullet.
Yeah, good evening Arnab. Am I audible?
Yeah. Somnath, go
Hello, Arnab?
Yeah, Somnath.
Yeah, so Arnab, first of all, kudos to you and the Republic team, for taking up the story, because, you've always, done this, especially when Sushant Rajput's case, and I still remember, and the integrity of Mumbai police, come on, I've been following when you were stuffed in a, van and, sent to Taloja, and when AK-47 wielded men came to your house, right? So let's not, talk about that. Now, my primary question is, see, when we even have a muscular sprain, we cannot, move our shoulders, for a few days, forget about a, knife stab. I am a wildlife photographer. I carry a 6-kilo lens, and when I come back, I need, Volini gels to kind of give me some, relief. So I'm wondering, how Saif just walked out, moving his hand, doing, crowd control and so on.
Okay, I have something. Somnath, I have some information just came in. I think Shravan can break this live right now. I have a report from Lilavati Hospital and Research Center, a piece of paper that has come in my hand of the reporting of the medico-legal case, Republic breaking the MLC report right now, ladies and gentlemen, to the police. The name of the patient, Saif Ali Khan, age 54, sex male. Address Sadhguru Sharan, 1201 Junction, whatever. Contact number. Brought to the hospital by a person called Afsar Zaidi. Relation of Afsar Zaidi is that he's a friend of Saif. Time of reporting is 4:11 a.m. But why is the reporting happening at 4:11 a.m.? There's a huge twist in the case. The incident happens around 1:30. 1:45.
We have another mystery.
Earlier it was 2:30.
Date of admission 1601. Time of admission 4:11 a.m. Case of assault by unknown persons at 2:30 a.m. It's written. Can I get the picture? The incident happens at 2:30 a.m. at home. Reporting is at 4:11 a.m., which means we are seeing here breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, of a 1 hour 41-minute delay. Saif is brought to the hospital 1 hour 45 minutes after sustaining the injuries, sustaining multiple lacerations or wounds and bleeding, laceration over left back, laceration over lateral aspect of wrist, laceration over side of neck. But I didn't see any injury around the neck. 10 to 15 centimeter laceration around the side of the neck, laceration of shoulder, elbow abrasion. Why is there an abrasion of the elbow? This is a stabbing incident.
Yeah, but they were struggling, man. You don't have to be a Sherlock Holmes here.
Okay.
He was struggling. He must have hit himself on the floor, on the side of the chair, Almira, God knows. What's the big deal? Why are you making it all look very suspicious?
I'm not.
Aren't you also making?
Yeah.
What am I making, madam?
All the story, oh, he must have fell down or something. This is your imagination.
I'm just saying it's possible. What's the big deal? That's what I'm
Imagine,
saying.
so we all are talking imagination.
When you have a struggle, when you fight, you get hurt any place. On your hip, on your knee, on your elbow, on your shoulder, on your nose, on your
what
eyes.
we were
You can
told
be
and what
blinded.
has come
Come on,
out
man.
is different.
Grow up.
You
What is
also
your problem?
understand that. Why we are questioning
What is the
this?
big deal? What is the big deal? Laceration, abrasion. Come on, man. We are going to find out within the next.
Okay, we have Somana, we have Shravan breaking this new angle. Shravan, what does the MLC report say?
First report that is prepared by the Lilavati hospital immediately after the admission, in which two things emerged. First, the doctors had said that his son had brought him to the hospital. This is on record. Lilavati hospital doctors did say that the son brought it. If you see this particular report that was first prepared by the Lilavati hospital, they take the name of Afsar Zaidi, who they say is a friend of the actor. Secondly, with regards to the preliminary report of the injuries that were sustained, if you see, they're largely talking about the lacerations and the elbow abrasion wound. It does not really talk about the details of the sustained injuries that he had. But the question here, inconsistency once again, is about who exactly took Saif Ali Khan to the hospital. Was it the 7-year-old son, as the auto rickshaw driver said? Was it some other friend? And interestingly, no phone call. This is a confirmation given to us by the auto rickshaw driver. No phone call was made to the police. After they were in the auto rickshaw, I am given to understand that the first call went to the Bandra police station from the Lilavati hospital itself. So why did the staff members make no call? That's what the other big question. Secondly, the police team. The first police team actually reaches a little after 4 o'clock in the morning, and the crime branch team reaches at 6:30 in the morning. All of this are based on information that we have picked up and the inconsistencies, especially after the statements that have been made by the police and Lilavati hospital.
Well, the big headline is that Saif is brought in 1 hour and 41 minutes after the attack. That's the whole. It's a strange point. I have with me senior interventional cardiologist of Sir Gangaram Hospital, Dr. B.S. Vivek, also with me. Dr. Vivek, just want to get you in on this. I mean, just a medical question here. You're seeing the visuals, obvious questions, given the history of the case and the nature of the wounds. Right? Multiple lacerations, wound accompanying bleeding, leakage of cerebrospinal fluid. The wound is 2.5 inch deep. The knife is stuck inside the back, 1 millimeter short of the spinal cord. Now we have these details more or less corroborated in the MLC report of the hospital as well. Is the way he's walking out looking on expected lines?
That's a very difficult question to answer, Arnab. Actually, there is always a subjective way in which a person recovers from any injury. And given the muscle mass and the bulk that he possesses, yes, in a normal individual, it would be quite an unlikely thing to first register such almost grievous injuries and then walk out the way in a confident manner. But that actually is not a scientific question in a sense that the human recovery, the way in which a body, a tissue can recover varies so much. Yet, normal human being, it'd be a little difficult to completely agree with the fact that he has recovered without showing any external evidence of the amount of injury that he has sustained.
Yeah. Well, we also have a copy of the FIR. I thank you so much, Dr. Vivek, for joining us at this late hour on the breaking news story. We have the FIR copy also. Shawan, what does it tell us? Please, this is breaking news inputs. Carry it on the big plates, please. We have the FIR copy. We have the MLC report, which has come in right now also. Shawan, quickly, in 2 minutes.
Well, in fact, these are the charges 311 and 312. There is a statement that has been recorded by the Mumbai police, that is of the domestic staff. Interestingly, they make a mention of Saif Ali Khan's wife, Kareena Kapoor, and they say that Kareena Kapoor was present when the incident took place, but makes absolutely no mention of the role of Saif Ali Khan's wife when the incident took place. Where did she go after that? So interestingly, this is a statement that has been recorded by the Mumbai police of the domestic staff who was present during the incident. More importantly, there are male staffers who were present there, and they say that they were not around when Saif Ali Khan was allegedly attacked by this accused that they have arrested so far. So they are heavily relying on this particular statement that they have recorded.
I just want to tell you, viewers, there's a continuing story, and the rest of the media also picking it up right now. We have rough translations of the FIR. We have some details of the MLC report. We have about 67 contradictions that we are looking at right now, both visually in terms of evidence. Fresh angles on the Saif case, only on Republic. Only for tonight, thank you. But in case you missed it, the investigation from the start is on the other side of the break.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Director, the taste of success.
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Talking about your political career, why were you missing during the Tamil Nadu elections? Because many believe that had you been on the field, had you been perhaps used more, in fact, you've had a Bollywood director, BJP sympathizer Anand Kumar saying that if Annamalai had taken Khushbu on board during the polls, the entire dynamic would have been different in Tamil Nadu. Does Khushbu Sundar have a problem with Annamalai?
I don't have a problem with Mr. Annamalai.
You like him? You are okay with the fact that
I respect
there have been
him.
complaints against him by your own colleagues?
No, probably everybody has complaints against him. I have nothing to say. I would say that he is my state leader and I have respect for him for that. I have my own way of functioning, and probably that does not gel with many. I am not somebody who would be at the back and call. I am not somebody who would go and ask for work. I'm not somebody who would probably be in my office every day just to be seen and to be heard. I'm not into politics for money, or I'm not into politics for some kind of publicity. I have seen the headlines. I have seen the best of my career. I have seen people building temples for me. I have seen money. I am a self-made person. So probably my working style is a little different from others. Even if I'm in politics, I still keep my respectability, my integrity, my dignity at the forefront, and I work accordingly. So if some people find that as a hindrance to me being successful in politics, then be it. I'm fine where I am. As far as Tamil Nadu politics goes, this year I couldn't continue because it was a health issue. I was asked by the doctors not to travel. I have a tailbone fracture which I walk around. So if you see, I don't sit straight, I always sit sideways. So I started my campaign, but I was in such a bad pain that I just couldn't sit. So I was asked by the doctors not to travel at all for 3 months.